You ever have that feeling? You know the one. Your team is working flat out. Everyone's putting in the hours, but you're just spinning your wheels? Well, today we're diving into a system designed to fix that exact problem. It's called the Friction Department Framework.
And let's just get right to it with a question for every leader listening. Seriously, take a second and think about this. How much is all that team friction actually costing your business? We're not talking about feelings here. We're talking hard numbers, wasted hours, and projects that go completely off the rails. And this right here is the core idea. Look, production pressure, that's just part of the deal. It's always going to be there. But the chaos, the drama, the mess that so often comes with it, that's not inevitable at all. That, my friends, is an operational failure. And the good news is there's a system to fix it. So let's talk about that failure. Let's talk about the high cost of chaos. It's so important to see team friction for what it is. It's not a people problem. It's a breakdown in your operations. It's a systems problem. Sound familiar? Decisions get made and then unmade and then relitigated in meeting after meeting. All your team's energy, all that talent is getting burned on drama instead of actually getting things done. Key deadlines are flying by, and maybe the worst part, your best people, the ones you absolutely cannot afford to lose, are burning out and heading for the door. And that last point, it is absolutely critical. Take a look at this number, 60%. We're talking about a loss that is preventable. See, when the structure is broken, when people don't have clarity, they burn out. This shows that a full 60% of those burnout-driven resignations could have been avoided. Just think about the cost of that for a minute. Okay, so how do we fix it, right? The solution isn't some fuzzy culture initiative or another team-building exercise. It is a framework for control. We are talking about installing actual, tangible, operational infrastructure that's built from the ground up for high-pressure teams. So what is the Friction Department Framework exactly? Well, it's a field-tested system of 6 very specific tools. The whole point is to help any team, any production crew, detect that tension early, resolve it fast, and, most importantly, keep control when things get crazy. All right, let's pop the hood and look at the engine here. We're going to break down the 6 essential tools that really make this whole framework tick. So here they are at a glance: Soundcheck, Minilog, Set, Pulse, Tuning, and Retro. You can think of these as the 6 core apps in your team's brand new operating system for handling pressure. Okay, first up, Soundcheck. This is your early warning system. It's a quick 15-minute huddle at the start of a project, or even just the start of a shift. You're just getting ahead of things. And get this, doing this consistently helps teams catch a whopping 70% of potential friction before it ever blows up into a full-blown crisis. Next is the Minilog. You can think of this as the central nervous system for the whole framework. It's really simple. It's just a shared list where you track pending actions and tensions. What's so powerful about it is how it takes those fuzzy, emotional signals, that feeling that something's off, and turns them into concrete, actionable items everyone can see. Now, when a specific issue keeps popping up, you call a select. This is like a surgical strike. It's a focused, 20-minute meeting with just the 3 to 5 people who are absolutely essential to solving it. And the goal is simple: resolve it once, so it stays resolved. This little tool alone can slash those endlessly relitigated decisions by an incredible 80%. Then we have the Pulse. I love this one. Think of it as a quick vibe check. In the middle of the day, if things feel stuck or the energy is off, you take 10 minutes to ask, hey, what's really going on? It's designed to surface those hidden issues and stuck decisions, the silent killers that can derail a project before you even know it hit you. Sooner or later, the pressure is going to spike. That's when you use tuning. It's a 30-minute session to realign roles and timelines. It's not about pointing fingers, it's about adapting to reality. You clarify who's doing what, and you reset priorities. This is how you proactively manage those pressure points and keep the team out of the red zone. And finally, number 6, the retro. At the end of a project, you stop and you reflect. What went well? What didn't? Again, this is not a blame game. It's about building institutional memory and capturing those hard-won lessons so you get smarter. And the result is pretty amazing. Teams that do this regularly see their execution speed jump by an average of 40% in the very next cycle. So, you put all 6 of these tools together, what happens? Well, you go from chaos to clarity. And this isn't just a feeling. We can actually measure the impact.
I mean, just look at the difference. The before is the chaos state, that constant relitigation, wasted energy, burnout. It's exhausting. But after? That's the controlled state. Decisions finally lock in, execution takes off. Everyone knows exactly who owns what. And you can feel the confidence in the room just go through the roof.
Let's look at the data. Relitigated decisions, that Groundhog Day loop of debating the same thing over and over again, get cut by 80%. Just think about that. Imagine what your team could do with all that time and energy back.
And what do you do with all that reclaimed focus? You execute. You get things done. When this framework is running, teams see their execution velocity, how fast they can move, jump by an average of 40%. That is a massive gain.
So this really becomes your path to control. This isn't some secret art. It's just how high-performing teams operate day in and day out when the pressure is on.
And you know, this really sums it all up perfectly. The very best crews out there, they're already doing versions of this instinctively. It's in their DNA. All this framework does is systematize it, so your leaders can run the plays and your team can learn to manage tension themselves. That way, control holds steady even when the pressure goes through the roof. It's not magic, it's just a really good system.
So the real question for you is, are you ready to stop managing chaos? Are you ready to actually start leading execution?
You don't have to live in chaos. You really don't. This is the system that prevents it. It's time to install it. The first step is a pressure scan.